Oh my god, right then, that's the 5k done. I am absolutely goosed. Okay, hello and welcome back to another video. Today is the 18th of January 2021 and this is going to be my second video of the year, and today we have got a 5k fitness test. So I haven't actually tested my 5 kilometer time in I think since around last April, which was, I'll put on the screen now, it was 22 minutes and 45 seconds. So that time when I did it was pretty much when I'd just known that I was going to be doing the Ironman. I hadn't even signed up, but I just started doing some running over the last 4 or 5 months prior, but it wasn't very structured and I didn't really know what I was doing compared to what I obviously do know now in terms of my knowledge. So I did get 22:45 back then. The reason I'm doing this is because when I start my training plan next week for the Ironman, I need to know my threshold heart rate. So I need to know my threshold heart rate to work out my different zones for my running, and obviously to know my pacing and my average heart rate for say my easy zone 2 runs. To be honest, I pretty much know whereabouts I should be anyway, but I just want to make sure I'm testing them before I actually do start the training program as well, and just to see where my current fitness level is at, how much I've actually improved since I did that April one. So I'm thinking that it's going to be somewhere just below 20 minutes. So to test your threshold heart rate, you need to do pretty much an all-out 20-minute run, and then need to take your average heart rate from that, and then take 95% of your average heart rate from that max effort 20-minute run. So I'm essentially just going to do a 5k because I know I'm going to be somewhere around that 20-minute mark, and then I'll, like I said, take my heart rate and then take 95%. But obviously I'm doing it because I also just want to test to see what time I'm going to get. So I'm thinking I'm going to get under 20 minutes. That's sort of like my first benchmark, and which I'll be again really happy with. And then, but I'm thinking I'm going to aim for somewhere around 19, sub 19:30, so sub 19 minutes and 30 seconds, preferably more towards that 19-minute mark, which I'd be very happy with. And then anything under that will be a bonus. For the rest, I was going to do it tomorrow, but the weather apparently is supposed to be atrocious in terms of it's supposed to pour down all the week. So I'm going to get it done today. It's a little bit windy, but conditions aren't too bad. So I'm going to go get it done, and then later on in the week I've got my FTP test as well, which I'll record separately. Got the gear on now. Gonna run down, nice little warm up down to the town moor, which I pretty much think the park runs are done in Newcastle. So it's always a good place to run because it's not on the roads or anything like that. A little bit nervous to see what it is, but looking forward to it. So let's get into it. Right then, on the warm up. On the way down to the town moor, nice and easy at the minute, just holding around a 9:30 minute per mile pace, and then obviously we get down to the town moor, pause the watch, and then get the 5k on the go. To be fair, it's not that cold, it's probably pretty good conditions, a little bit of wind, but overall it's not too bad. So probably should have put a cap on to keep my hair on my face, but just rambling now, but looking forward to it. Let's get to it. Oh my god, right then, that's the 5k done. I am absolutely goosed. Time was 19 minutes and 6 seconds, so 19:06. Happy with that. I would have loved under 19 if I paced myself better. Don't get me wrong, I did pretty much go like 9.5 out of 10 effort, pretty close to what I should be, but I think I'm not used to putting, that pace into any of my runs at all. Like, I'm not used to running, what was it, like an average 6 seconds minute per mile or something. I'm not used to running that, so as soon as I got up to that pace, it felt so foreign. I think if I did some more interval workouts in my runs each week, I would have found it a lot easier, but overall still happy. 19:06, and it's a starting point. Now we're going to have a slow cool down jog back home. So there is the confirmation, 90 minutes 6 seconds, 6 minute and 9 seconds minute per mile, 5k, and I'll get the heart rate up now. And there's the average heart rate of 180 BPM with a max heart rate of 191. Let's get back. Hello, we are back. It is now the next day post the 5k PB time, and I've now just finished a nice and light 45-minute ride on the turbo, just flushing the legs out. I'm not gonna lie, after yesterday, after the session, I did notice my calves and my hamstrings tightening up a little bit, because as I mentioned earlier on in the video, I'm not really used to adding those paces into any of my workouts, if I'm totally honest. A lot of my training is done at a slower aerobic base building type of pace, so when I'm doing anything faster than probably even like a 7 minute per mile, anything over that, it does feel a little bit foreign towards my body. I'm not really too used to it, but overall, again, after a full pretty much 24 hours to evaluate my time, what I've noticed is that I am coming increasingly, not disappointed, but I do really feel like I could have gone sub 19 minutes if I did pace myself better. Because like I said on the run, the first 2 mile I had on I've got the Garmin 245, and it does actually say if you set a distance, your estimated finish time. And I remember looking at my watch and the time I was on at around the 2 mile mark. It did say I was estimated to finish around that 8:50, 8:55, so I was thinking I'm absolutely knackered, but I think I can get there. And then when it hit around 2.2, 2.3, so just under a mile, I started going into the headwind in the route I was running, and I think that was probably one of the main sort of killers for me. My heart rate went up even more to like 190 BPM, and obviously I was fatigued and the lactic acid was really kicking in, so that was when I did start to slow down more towards like a 6-10 minute per mile as opposed to like a bang on 6 minute per mile. But overall, I'm still happy with the result. I've beat my previous time, which was 22 minutes and 45 seconds, which was in April, so that was 9 months ago I do believe, and that was like all out. I remember at the time I didn't really have the knowledge I do now on pacing and just building my aerobic base, but I did go all out for that run. It was a slightly different route overall, you know, it wasn't like a really hilly route or a really sort of easy route, but I've beat it by 3.5 minutes, which obviously I'm happy with. I don't really want to be doing that 5k testing anytime soon whatsoever, but I know obviously for the training plan to start, I knew I needed to do it. So on Training Peaks, I might put on the screen now where I enter in actually my threshold heart rate, and then what it looks like and how it's actually going to tailor to my zones for my training plan as of next week. So I'm going to do a totally separate video on my actual program from 80-20 endurance for the Ironman. I'll go into full detail and exactly how each week is going to work, tailoring right up to the 4th of July with the Ironman. But we're going to end today's video here, and I hope you enjoyed. Let me know your goal time which you would like to achieve within 2021. So if you enjoyed the video, hit the subscribe button and follow my journey to Ironman 2021. Thank you for watching.